Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Jules and we're back with another video. Today we got another smoke sesh video, you feel me? Same as usual, just gonna be sparking up, relaxing. It's currently 11:41 p.m. so it's getting pretty late at night, you feel me? We just gonna sit back, relax. And for this video, I'm actually gonna do a little bit of a story time because I wanna tell you guys about pretty much how I got caught smoking for the first time, which I kind of did a story time on that already. But I want to add more to that and pretty much explain how I was able to get them comfortable with the fact that I was smoking after I got caught, you feel me? But yeah, we're not going to waste any time with this, so if you do have something to smoke for this video, go ahead and spark that thing up. I rolled up a nice little blunt using, my go-to, my favorite, the Berry Fusion Dutches. Now that we got this sparked up, we can go ahead and hop into this story real quick. So, alright, so start things off. My mom and my dad found out that I was smoking at different times. The first person to find out that I was smoking was my dad, actually. I don't even know if my mom knows this, to be honest with you, but my dad found out I was smoking third time I'd ever smoked, pretty much, something like that. Like, I was still like super new into it and I was already getting caught by my dad. And when I did get caught, I was nervous, man. Let me tell you that I was real nervous for sure, because I had no idea how my dad was gonna react. Like, my dad definitely, like, between my mom and dad, my dad is definitely more strict. So when he was the first one to find out and I was just getting into it, I panicked a little bit. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how he was gonna react, you feel me? But surprisingly enough, he didn't really get that mad. Like, I feel like he kind of understood because of where he comes from, how he grew up, and just knowing, the temptation and all that stuff, being young. Even though those weren't really the reasons why I was doing it. But I feel like he kind of understood why I was smoking, so he let it slide. He never mentioned anything to me about it. I had to be the one to bring it up. But yeah, after I figured out that, he wasn't gonna say anything to my mom or make a big deal out of it, that was when I started to smoke a lot more, for sure. And because I was getting more comfortable smoking, I wanted to be more open about it. So I would just kind of do it wherever I thought I could get away with it. I didn't really think too much of it or anything like that. I would just kind of go ahead, smoke in the backyard, go for a walk, smoke, do whatever. And I wasn't doing a good job of hiding it, to be honest with you. Like, looking back at it, I never really did a good job of hiding it. So there would be times where I would come home smelling a little bit like gas or whatever, and there was no way to really deny the fact that I was smoking. So my mom, after a little bit of time, started to catch me too. Honestly, I feel like she knew that I was smoking before she said anything about it, but once she did finally say something to me, she was not happy. So once she found out about all this stuff, I knew it was gonna take a lot of convincing to get her to accept it, you know what I mean? So at first I just, would talk to her about it, kind of explain to her why I was doing it, and she didn't approve of it, but at the end of the day, I just kept smoking because it was helping me out. I just had anger issues, you feel me? And I was using it as a way to relax myself. And I understand, from her view, there were times where it could have seemed like I was abusing it or I was just smoking just to smoke. But I could see how helpful smoking had become for me, and it wasn't something I was willing to just give up easily, you feel me? So I never actually stopped smoking. I did take some tolerance breaks or whatever, but I never fully quit smoking. Time and time again, I would keep getting caught by my mom, and she kept, getting mad at me about it. But fortunately, with time, I was able to convince her to, accept the fact that I was smoking. Part of the reason I definitely think is because weed is becoming more legalized across the US, and just more people are approving of it, you feel me? And then to see that a lot of places across the US are starting to approve of that kind of stuff, I feel like it kind of, gave her a sign, okay, maybe I should look into this a little bit more and see if it's really that big of a deal. Then there's the fact that smoking weed, actually was helping me. She could see it straight up, in everyday life. There would be times where I would just get really upset over little things, you feel me? Especially early in the morning, and things would just get me mad where, it would make sense why I was mad, but I was just getting too mad. I was getting more upset with things than I needed to be. And every time that I'll go ahead and smoke and relax, it just would help me chill out and realize that it really wasn't that big of a deal. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, some of the little things that are gonna happen to you or whatever that might get on your nerves, they're really not that big of an issue. Like, they're really not gonna affect your life, to be honest. And it's just stuff that happens and you gotta move on. Like, you can't get stuck on it. And smoking weed kinda revealed that to me, to be honest. And so seeing that impact over time definitely kind of showed my mom that smoking weed definitely, you know, has a good impact on me. Like, it definitely helps me out in a way. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't quick or easy trying to convince her of all this stuff, and we did have some arguments over time, but my word of advice to anyone out there watching this video or whatever, if you have people that are judging you because you smoke and you're trying to convince them to see the good in it and to see that it's really not that big of an issue, I would just say don't try to force it on them. I would say definitely respect their opinion, but if you want to convince them that what you're doing isn't that big a deal, then just start giving them proof, you feel me? Start showing them proof. If you've already been caught in the act, they already know that you've been doing it or whatever, and you're just sort of trying to convince them that they should let it continue and it's not an issue. You got to understand where they're coming from. I know that before I ever started smoking, I didn't think it was good for you. I thought it would hurt your health. I thought all these things. But of course, after I actually started smoking weed and experiencing like the effects of it, I realized that it's not that bad. Like, a lot of people out there that judge other people for what they're doing don't even necessarily understand what they're doing. Like, they don't even understand the whole situation. They don't understand the reasoning behind it. And if you can kind of show it to them, it definitely will help you kind of sway their opinion if that's what you're looking to do. There's no point in just sitting there and arguing with someone over stuff like that. It's not gonna get you anywhere. Nobody's gonna change their mind. You have to actually provide proof. That's just the way things are. All this talking I've been doing, I haven't even noticed how short this is getting. It's already a roach. But anyways, if you guys experienced anything like this, just let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. I'm curious how your friends and parents kind of reacted when you tried to convince or prove to them that what you were doing, smoking weed, wasn't that bad. Okay, so the blunt is finished. I feel like I finished it pretty quick, so I'm not sure if the video is gonna be too long, but I still said what I needed to say. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and if you're new, subscribe. And I appreciate you all watching. I'll catch you in the next video.